Good evening. First, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land, elders past, present and emerging. I'd also like to acknowledge the Indigenous people of Nagorno-Karabakh, the Armenian Christians of the Republic of Artsakh. Artsakh was always Armenian, and it always will be, and it will be a return. I'd also like to acknowledge our hosts, the Armenian Genocide Commemoration and its member organisations. My parliamentary colleagues, who are numerous here, but particularly my good friend Tim James, my co-chair of the Parliamentary Friends of Armenia, a man who's worked with me for many, many years now, since he came into Parliament, and who spent the time with my other colleagues, Matt Cross, Mark Kure and others on the ground in Armenia and on the border with Nagorno-Karabakh when we saw the most horrific ethnic cleansing of the people of Artsakh. I want to acknowledge the religious leaders here. Thank you for the leadership which you give to our community, to members of the Diplomatic Corps, to members of local government, particularly Mayor Tanya Taylor, Professor Bruce Scales from the Australian National University, and the chairpeople and members of the Armenian National Committee Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, friends. On the 25th of April 1915, the Anzacs waited offshore in the Dardanelles and prepared for the invasion at Gallipoli. At the same time, whilst this was happening, the Turkish military began the attempted and systematic destruction of the Armenian people. These two events bind our people together forever. Today we gather to mark the 111th anniversary of the Armenian Genocide. It's a moment of solemn remembrance for the lives lost, an acknowledgement of the strength of the Armenian people. As has been recognised in the New South Wales Parliament, these events were a profound tragedy, a crime against humanity, a genocide. Events that must be remembered and acknowledged by all. Here in Australia, this history is not so distant, and it lives within our community. Armenian Australians are a significant part of our population, and it's one that continues to be impacted by these events from more than 100 years ago. Today, let us recognise those who have continued to carry that history forward in the hope of a more humane and peaceful future. I would like to acknowledge the work of the Armenian Genocide Commemoration and the many community organisations that it brings together each year for this commemoration. This advocacy ensures recognition remains part of our public conversation. So let us continue the good work as we honour the past and never forget what unfolded. May God bless the souls of the victims of the Armenian Genocide. May God give strength to the survivors and members of our community who carry the ancestry and the knowledge of family members affected by the genocide and its aftermath. And as we will say tomorrow, our commemorations throughout Australia's most solemn of days, we will remember.